Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to F1 2020 here for round 6 of season 2 for my team, the Canadian Grand Prix. And as you can see, kicking off the episode as per usual at the end of practice, getting in a massive chunk of R&D points to spend to upgrade the car. Obviously we're going to be focusing on power units, given the car's not too good in terms of that area. I don't know whether it's because of just raw power or fuel and ERS, but I think it's raw power given we have the best engine. We have a Ferrari engine, as you see, coming across the line in Q1 to do our second lap. Our first lap is invalidated. We hit the wall of champions, but we do get a few into Q2, and this is our final lap, or one and only lap in Q2 on a fresh set of softs. Going to come across the line and I believe just get into Q1. Q3. Yes, we do. We get, well, it's 5th place actually. I'm going to skip it through first bits of qualifying, just because I feel very confident around these tracks. As you can see, it's very close. It's only like a second between 1st and 16th, or 1st and 15th. We're only like half a tenth away from getting knocked out in Q2, so it's gonna be a close race. I reckon. Canada, I do like it. Obviously, it's absolute bitch in terms of corner cutting. So let's just try and not do that in the race. You can see P2 currently with our first lap, and now our final run in qualifying, trying to get into the 1:06s to beat Hamilton, going through the first turn, 3rd gear and then 2nd gear, then short shift up to 3rd, and then up into 4th and 5th, 6th into turn 3 now, down into 5th, making sure not to invalidate the lap times. We lose quite a bit of time through that corner, taking it a bit more cautiously than I would have liked. And now at the end of sector 1, we are currently down on our time by 5/1000ths of a second. We had a very poor run out of the chicane onto the first DRS zone of the lap, so we're currently just over a tenth down. It's not going to be good, but hopefully we can make some time back, because we have another poor run through the chicane and we're continuing to lose time here. Actually now 1.4 times down on our previous best, going to the hairpin, 1st gear, short shift up to 2nd, and in 3rd, 4th, we actually get a fantastic exit there, so we're going to be gaining back a lot of time. Hamilton puts out an amazing lap to go 4 times faster to a 1:06.4. We're not going to beat Hamilton at this point, but we're hopefully going to try and improve. Let's go through the final course, we chuck the car in there. We improved by 1.4 tenths, and we're going to get into the 1:06s, but unfortunately Hamilton's putting a far too quick of a lap here. So we secure 2nd, first row of the grid. And this has put us in a very good position in terms of potentially getting Hamilton off the line. We are very good at starts in terms of comparing ourselves to the AI. So hopefully, who knows, we could be on for a podium here. It'll be the 3rd one of the season. Actually, it'll be the 4th one of the season. Wow, that was an interesting set of maths that I just did there. Currently beating Vettel in the rivalry. We only have to score 4 points to beat him. This is the final race of the rivalry, so I think we'll beat him regardless. But it'd be nice to get the full 30 points just to solidify the victory in the rivalry. But let's move into the Canadian Grand Prix now and let's try and go for the win. As you can see, big news there. Lewis Hamilton actually has a penalty, so he's going to be starting further back in this race, and we've got an easy pole position. So that's our first pole since I actually don't know. I think it might be Monaco was our last pole in season 1. So I think I got one in Abu Dhabi. I would have got one in Mexico for sure. But I didn't qualify in Mexico. Anyway, we're on pole. We're going to be looking to do the 2-stop to go soft, medium, soft. I always prefer running the mediums in the middle stint, just because I like to save a set of soft tyres for the end, a bit more action that way. But anyway, on the line, 3, 4, now 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix round 6 of season 2, and we get absolutely fantastic start compared to Albon behind us, and we lead going into turn 1 and through turn 2 now. We still hold on, and now we're just going to try and bolt away as quickly as possible. We've overfueled the car because we're going to burn quite a lot of fuel here. We want to pull outside in 1 second as quickly as possible against Albon, who looks to be very fast at the opening part of this race. He's sticking quite close to us through the first sector, and he's going to be using a lot of his ERS. You see, he's actually going for a move here. We cover it up quite aggressively there, but it's all fair in the rules, and we still lead going into start of sector 2 now. Albon once again, as we run aggressive a little bit, using ERS, we cover him off to the outside. He has a little look down the inside, but he doesn't fancy going for the move just yet. And now going on to the back straight, we have a very good exit, and we pulled half a tenth to him, so we're going to use all of our ERS now. Well, it's not all of it, because we're going to conserve it, because we have actually some brain cells, and we're going to actually have ERS for lap 3. When the DRS gets enabled. You see, end of the first lap, we're going to be just over 7 tenths ahead of Albon, so hopefully we can break outside of DRS, and that is what we did. I believe we broke outside of DRS at some point in the last 10 laps, and Albon didn't get anywhere near us, so we're going to be boxing now for a set of mediums. You see our tyres, we're pretty warm by that point. Obviously, come the end of the race, the tyre is going to be completely different. Albon is going to be going onto a set of the softs. I'll be on the mediums. And it's important to know as well, Hamilton qualified on the mediums, so he could do a 1-stop if he wanted to. I don't believe he will, because the AI don't like going for the simple, easy strategy. And as we come out, we join P3 just ahead of George Russell. But yes, we join ahead of Albon. We put a few cars between myself and Albon as well. And we've got to try and run away quite quickly, because if Albon uses the softs, we're going to be in the shit, to say. So we just set the fastest lap of the race, and now we're looking for a move on Gasly. He defends going to turn 1, so we're just going to go around the outside and just turn through turn 2, get him on the traction, and yeah, we managed to make the pass before turn 3, I believe. And now Hamilton is 6 seconds ahead, and he comes into the pits at the end of lap 13 for a set of softs, so that definitely confirms he's doing the 2-stop. But he's going to be very quick, because he's going to be using 2 sets of softs at the end of the race. Albon is 4.5 seconds down. He's not actually utilising his softs as well as what he would have wanted, and yeah, he didn't actually manage to pull away. See, on lap 20, we didn't actually get close to us. Lap 25, we've come in for our final stop. Literally nothing happened. Lap 14, Albon will have started to lose pace, and my mediums will start to be better than his. And then he would have had to pit sooner, get caught in traffic, and we're going to rejoin pretty comfortably in the lead. We had a 22-second gap to Perez behind. It's going to be about a 5 or 6 second gap once we come out of the pit lane. I believe it'll be a bit more than that, actually. Actually, no, 5 seconds. And yeah, that was it. That's pretty much the race. Lap 27 here. We're going to go for fastest lap. We've got purple, sector 1 and 2. And coming across the line, our previous best is a 109.6, and we set a 108.4. Let's go 1.16 faster. Let's actually pick up our first penalty there, but that shouldn't really harm us too much, as Checo is 8 seconds behind us. And he'll only gain maybe 2 or 3 seconds in the dying laps with his fresher mediums. Lap 32 here. We actually have a retiree. That's the Racing Point of Lance Stroll, I believe. can't really see. I think it is a racing point. Yes, it's Lance Stroll retiring from his home Grand Prix. Luckily, didn't bring out a safety car, although I don't think the safety car would have affected us because there wasn't enough laps left in the Grand Prix. As you can see here, we actually pick up our second penalty on lap 35. It has started raining, which wasn't shown on the indicator. Alex Albon's out of the session, 1 lap from home. He's going to be gutted with that. He was fighting me for the win at one point, and now he's down back end of the top 10, and now he's out. Luckily, we actually continue to pull on Perez. These greasy conditions are good for the player. For some reason, there's like a little sweet spot where the player's a lot faster than the AI. But we're going to finish 16 seconds ahead of over Perez on track. And it's our first win of season 2, our first win since Abu Dhabi, I think. So it's good to get a win and continue to claw back points on Valtteri in the championship. So yeah, I'm very happy with that result. And yeah, couldn't really come at a better time. We're getting to the third of the way through the season, nearly halfway through the season actually. It's we really need to start mounting a championship challenge now, otherwise it's going to be too late. So, as you can see, it's a pretty dominant drive. We finished 10 seconds ahead of Perez, who's our nearest competitor. Valtteri gets third, so we're going to get 11 points over him in the drivers, and then it's pretty standard all the way down the field. Once again, Kimi Räikkönen not really performing in the race as well as I'd liked him to. It's getting quite old at this point, having crap teammates. I'm putting a lot of effort into building them up and getting them. You're actually raking out a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags, so that's interesting. Yeah, it's getting annoying having teammates that aren't performing, but at least with Raikkonen, he's bringing in a lot of resource points, unlike Jack, so I'm not going to start complaining. You see our boys giving us some great pit stops, a 2.1 second pit stop and a 2.6. So very happy with their performance today, and happy with my performance as well. Standings, we are level with Valtteri, both on 96 points. We jump a Red Bull in the Constructors too. Hamilton's 39 points behind us in the championship, and we beat Vettel in the rivalry by 4 points. So yeah, I believe we might have done it with a race to spare as well. But anyway, we increase our acclaim level, boosting that to do whatever that does. I guess maybe gives you better sponsors. Maybe it probably makes your team more appealing to other drivers. I don't know. It does stuff. Anyway, we get another $1.2 million to spend on random things. Raikkonen, not really helping us in terms of damage deductions there, but whatever. And we've got nearly 15 million in the bank. So that's going to help us with facility upgrades and retaining Raikkonen for the second half of the season, which is what we're going to have to think about doing. As you can see, we're just renewing some sponsors at this point. We are actually thinking about changing them. So we're having a look here at what we could potentially change, but we aren't going to. We're going to retain Pay Nights and Atlantic, I think. Oh no, it's DSB Optics is the other one. It's the other sponsor we have. I still don't feel massively comfortable with being able to push myself with other sponsors. Plus, they give us some decent. They give us a lot of money, a decent level of cash for doing some pretty easy goal bonuses. So I'm not going to start complaining. And now we're just re-putting all of the sponsors on the car, because making things easy and having them just on the random spots is difficult. Whatever. So we're going to breeze past that quickly. Put some upgrades on the car. We're going to hopefully get some more engine upgrades coming in. We're going to do a standard development there, get in time for the Austrian Grand Prix. I believe France is next. Yes, France is next, then Austria. So 2 very good tracks for me. We're going to do a durability upgrade. I know, imagine. I have a very set philosophy of not doing durability upgrades. I believe having a faster car, I can easily make other positions in the race. As you can see here, we're just looking at all of the other drivers that we could potentially choose, but we're going to stick with Raikkonen. As you see, we're going to improve the personnel suite, we're going to improve the powertrain, and I think that's it. I think we're going to improve durability as well, because we have a load of cash, and we're just going to spend it all on that. And we now have an invitational event, which we will go to. I believe that's in the 96 Williams at Paul Ricard in France, so that's going to be some decent practice. So yeah, if you did enjoy this episode, please do leave a like, share and subscribe, and I'm going to leave you all for the beautiful sounds of the 96 Williams. I think it's the 96. If I'm wrong, please do correct me. But yeah, I'll catch you for round 8 in France very soon. Around round 6. Round 7. It's round 7. Anyway, right. I'll catch you then.